Hey guys, today is gonna be like less of a formal video, more just like me talking while I make a puzzle. So I was kind of thinking about like love and relationships and what I've learned and how I feel like what I have now is so much different than anything that I've had in the past, and I really like that. One thing about Trinity and I is that we talk a lot. And, like, we talk about real things, not just, like, goofy things. And, like, our communication is honestly unreal. And I love that. And I can't say that I've ever had that. And I think a lot of that had to do with me, was, like, I never really enjoyed talking about my feelings, and nobody ever really, like, prodded me enough or like made it seem like they were genuinely interested enough for me to even care to share. We're both like so sincere in wanting to listen, and so it makes talking really easy. And there's never any like you can never really say anything wrong. Like that, you always know that the other person is going to be receptive and respectful and like hear you out completely, and that's like really cool to me. And that might seem really basic to like some people, like, well, yeah, that's how it should be, but I don't think I've ever had that. So that's like one of the things that I've learned, is being able to talk about real stuff comfortably without ever feeling scared on both ends, and also like recognizing that sometimes you're not going to have things to talk about, and that's completely fine. Just do something else. Because I used to find that like I would run out of things to talk about with somebody, and then we would end up arguing because like that's just kind of what there was to do, you know? It's so goofy. I've been toxic in relationships, and I've been with toxic people in relationships. And I've just learned a lot about respect and understanding and patience and, like, letting people exist as who they are and not, like, you either love them for them or you don't. I think making sacrifices for people is honestly inevitable, but at the same time, there are certain like you're not obligated to sacrifice anything for anybody. If there is something that you really don't want to sacrifice for somebody, then don't. Because if you do it, part of you is gonna start to resent that person and be angry with that person because you feel like it's their fault, when really like you made that decision on your own. In order to love somebody, you need to set your own boundaries and like understand, this is what I'm fine with and this is what I'm not fine with. And if those things that I'm not fine with show up, that's that. I grew up not having much of like a relationship role model. I didn't really see any relationships in my life that were healthy. I just didn't have a lot to go off of, and that definitely showed in my relationships with people. Like, I didn't know how someone was supposed to be treated. I didn't know, and like, this is not excuses. Like, I was just straight up not a good person to be with because I didn't know. But that's nobody's fault but my own, you know? I mean, like, I can't control the circumstances that I came from, but yeah, I'm just thankful for the experiences that I've had. Some of them, obviously, I could have done without. I'd be really fine if I didn't have to go through some of the things that I went through, but I'm sure the people I've been with could say the exact same thing. I think you just, and I think you need to make mistakes in order to grow as a person and to understand what's going to work for you and what's not. I think my goal for Christmas is for anyone who walks into this house on Christmas, whether they are family or are not family, my goal is to make them feel like they are, even if it's just for one day. Because if you're here, that means, and if you're here and you're not part of my family, that means that you're here because you're not with your family. And I think we need to remember, like, not everybody is with their families on Christmas. And one thing is, like, being a member of the trans community this year, I am extremely lucky, extremely thankful, extremely grateful for my family. They're so accepting and loving of me, but I am also very, very mindful that there are many trans kids who, not even trans kids, trans people who don't have that. And they might be spending Christmas alone, or they might be spending Christmas with their chosen family, which is amazing. But also, part of them might be really having a hard time with the fact that they need to spend Christmas with their chosen family because their bio family is not a network of support and love for them. And that's really hard for me. I can't imagine that. So, like, being able to participate in this Christmas card exchange, like, yes, I'm also receiving cards. Just knowing that, like, I sent, I think, 15 cards to LGBT people, and a few of them, like, had me put their birth name on the envelope and a different name on the inside, like their preferred name, which means that they're either not out yet or they're not accepted or whatever. And that, you know, it made me both happy and sad because I know now that they are going to get at least one card with their preferred name and their preferred pronouns. It just makes me emotional knowing that, like, I'm so fortunate and there are some people who just aren't. And so, like, I just want to give you a shout out if you're missing somebody this Christmas, or missing your family, or you're not accepted and you feel like you're not loved. I want you to know that, like, there are people who love you, and there are places that will take you in, and there are people who will send you a Christmas card if you want or need one. Since I've come out, I've seen so many amazing things, and so many amazing things have been said to me, and I've received so much love and so much support, and I'm so thankful for it. And I wish that I could share the love and support that I've received with everybody who needs it, because not everybody gets that. It just means a lot to me, honestly. Like, I've had so many people, it honestly blows my mind and it doesn't feel real, but so many people message me and be like, hey, like, I've been following you, and I know, like, we don't really know each other. I know, even though, like, we went to school together, we didn't talk, but I've been following you and I think you're amazing. Or I've been following you and you've taught me so much. I've had people tell me that I changed their life or saved their life. And honestly, like, that just, I can't comprehend that. I can't understand that. And a lot of me doesn't want to believe that these people are telling me the truth, because I just honestly can't comprehend that somebody out there thinks that I've changed their life or saved their life or helped them in, like, any way. I don't know. I'm so thankful for you, for all of you, and for, like, life. I'm thankful that social media exists so that I can talk to you. I'm thankful that I have freedom of speech so that I can talk about the things that I want to talk about. And I'm thankful that I am in an environment where I feel comfortable and I feel safe to talk about these things. And so, I don't know. I just want you to know that, like, I love you and that I see you. And if I don't see you and you want to be seen, make yourself seen and I will see you.